bonus card with unlimited 2% cash back on everything they buy. So they reinvested their cash back to help build their retail store. What's in your wallet?
Sometimes my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis gets in my way. But thanks to Skyrizi, I'm freed up bare in my skin. With Skyrizi, I saw dramatically clearer skin. And many people were 100% plaque-free. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now's the time. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
It's pronounced Liberty. Liberty. Nice try, kid. Only pay for what you need. Liberty, Liberty, Liberty. Congratulations, Mom and Dad. Your life now revolves around sports. You're the captain. The bus driver. Fans. We're ready. The equipment manager. The cheerleader. But you wouldn't trade it for anything. Welcome to sporthood. DSG, only at Dick's. The world's most precious resource? Wi-Fi. And the Wi-Fi is booming. Booming. The Wi-Fi is booming. Xfinity.
Welcome to Premier League Goal Zone presented by Expedia. It was a 2-2 draw at the Emirates tonight after Arsenal led in a late equaliser from Crystal Palace, and it was a point apiece, which means Liverpool can still win the Premier League title this Sunday in front of their home fans at Anfield. And it is time now for your Premier League update presented by Allstate as we welcome you back into our Premier League studios. Caravans alongside Robbie Earle and Tim Howell. In case you missed any of the action, let's get right out to the Emirates and show you how it all played out today. Robbie, we'll pick up the action early in the first half.
Yeah, 3 minutes on the clock. I did going with the free kick. Kivior with the head and Arsenal get the perfect stop. There's 3 things to look at here. Arsenal get themselves out the sideline of the Crystal Palace defenders. Then this is worked on the training ground. Make sure that you're on side before the ball is delivered. So the flag isn't going to go up. Those 2 things happen. Kivior gets free, gets the header, and Arsenal get themselves 1-0 and in control of the game. With 27 minutes on the clock, this is organisation, concentration, beautiful finish from Hazard. But if you give a quality play this much space, this much time, he'll hurt you. And Hazard makes excellent contact with the ball. As you look from this angle, you'll see that's great technique through the crowd of players. Right, his dive can't get anywhere near Palace back on level terms. And then just before the break, when in form for Arsenal, Leandro Trossard playing in a more central role as a false 9. The ball's worked into him here, and he's got such wonderful 2-footed ability. He can use right and left foot. He's got this habit of finding the back of the net. That's 4 goals in his last 4 games for Arsenal, coming to form just when they need him. And might be playing in that central role against PSG next week. That's Arsenal 2-1 as we go into the break.
Yeah, so they led at half-time, but things would change.
Yeah, Justin Devaney here gets contact, but not great contact. Comes off his shoulder, still forces a save from Raya, but he heads that, probably scoring. Just misses it big, and this is a brilliant save from Dean Henderson. Just to hear Saka, lovely contact. Martinelli down the outside. Saka thinks he scored. Little slight deflection, quick reflexes. I mean, an outstanding world-class save. Same minute, Mateta comes on for Nketiah, and that would change the fortunes for Crystal Palace. 3 minutes in, mistake from Saliba, he pounces, and this is a great little finish. Raya out of his goal, no man's land. Mateta, the big fella, really good. good goal. Just watch here where Rye is. He's supposed to be the release valve, the insurance policy. There's no reward from being back out. In case happens, you can be back in and step out to danger. As it was, give big credit to Mateta because I think his feet are really good here. And just watch, stabs at it. By stabbing at it, he puts a little bit of backspin on it and gives Ryan absolutely no chance. It's a really good goal from his standpoint. And out of the last poor giveaway from Arsenal. And look, Palace thought they could go win the game. Munoz, good header. JP Mateta runs onto it. And it falls for Sarr. Does all the hard work. Gets in front of the defender. But just misses it. You'll see here. He's trying to catch it with big surfaces and just scuffs it.
Two managers embrace, and then we just had this from Crystal Palace just posted. You're welcome, Liverpool. Yeah, you can go win it if you can. Home on Sunday in front of your adoring crowd at Anfield, and they only need a draw after Palace drew against Arsenal tonight. So let's take a look once again at the table. Arsenal now trail Liverpool by 12 points. Liverpool are just one positive result away from becoming champions, just needing that single point against Spurs on Sunday for their second ever Premier League title and their record-tying 20th English top-flight title. In the bottom half of the table, Crystal Palace stay in 7th but move 1 point behind 11th place Brentford. They are 3 points off the top half of the table with 4 games to go and may be headed for another mid-table finish. Well, a friendly reminder to scan the QR code on your screen right now or head to Ticketmaster to get your tickets for Premier League Summer Series. Bournemouth, Everton, Man United and West Ham are all coming over to the US in 3 months' time to play in New Jersey, Chicago and Atlanta. And that was your Premier League update presented by Allstate. Well, we wait to hear the thoughts of Mikel Arteta after arguably giving away a couple of points late in the day at the Emirates today. We'll get the manager's thoughts when we come back.
The Premier League on NBC is brought to you by Expedia, made to travel, and by Instacart.
If you want to learn how to fan the football way, ask the fans with the Modelo. They look like thousands, but sound like one. Because to them, the bigger the family, the better the game. Modelo, the cerveza for football.
If the peanut butter in a Reese's could talk to the chocolate, what would it say? You complete me.
Don't
Should we start a podcast? Who does your riches?
Don't get in here.
It's the first major of the year for the LPGA Tour.
Just spectacular.
Nelly Corda captures the Chevron Championship.
On NBC and Peacock.
This is my WWE every single week.
Fighting on SmackDown. Live Fridays at 8, only on USA.
I am Polestar 3. I am pure electric performance. From the straightaways to the hairpin turns, I am designed to be driven. The drive of tomorrow. I am Polestar 3. View offers at polestar.com.
For a limited time only,
K. Hovnanian Homes is offering epic savings with a special low 30-year fixed rate on every home in Houston that is sold and closed by June 30th, 2025. Visit our website to learn more.
So in the 83rd minute, an interception from some weak Arsenal defence and a chip from Jean-Philippe Mateta gave Crystal Palace the equaliser. Let's get thoughts of one of the Arsenal goal scorers. It was Trossard.
Leo, was that perhaps just a game too far at this moment for Arsenal?
No, I don't think so. It's just the quality today wasn't there. I think compared to the last game, we were nowhere near it, and then you get punished as well. And that has to be better because there's a big game coming up for us, and we need to raise the level.
You mentioned the big game coming up. Both sides have that in the future. Was there a sense today that perhaps at times in the game minds were elsewhere?
Shouldn't be. We want to win every game if it's in any competition. And also today, especially after last game, we had a good feeling for today, and it just needs to be better.
When you say the quality wasn't there, from your point of view, what was missing in terms of that quality today?
I think just the basics sometimes, not on passing on the right foot or taking too easy and not touch too much maybe, and I speak for myself as well. Just in general, it wasn't good enough, and I think we need to raise that level in the next few days. Rest up now, and then in a week time, 6 days, then we have to be out there.
It's the 13th draw in the Premier League of Arsenal's season. Does that perhaps underline the fact that you will very likely finish runners-up to Liverpool?
Of course, it's way too much, and we know the history as well with everything. So we have to take game by game, and we try to win every game. Also today, but it wasn't enough, and then we have another draw, and now we just need to focus on the next game.
That next game is huge for everybody at Arsenal. You have a 6-day period. Do you sense that everybody needs that rest period, or sometimes do you want that game to be quicker?
I don't know. Sometimes, yes, as you say, I think it's individual. But yeah, it's maybe good as well to have 6 days now, rest up, and prepare really well for that game, and then I think everyone will be there and with 100% focus, and we will be ready for that game.
Can we take it there'll be a different performance from Arsenal than the one we saw this evening?
Yeah, definitely. Everyone will be up for it, and especially with the home crowd, will be electric, I think, and that will help and push us forward.
Mikel, Leandro Trossard has just been in, and he said the quality wasn't there from us tonight. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, we're disappointed with the results and with performance. I think we never find enough consistency in actions to earn the right to completely dominate the game. We have periods of that, but then we start to give sloppy balls away. We drop the standards in certain defensive habits as well. And yeah, when you are not your best, but you are winning 2-1, obviously you can give the ball away. In the manner that we did it is part of football, and it cost us 2 points.
It's been an intense past week for you, starting in Madrid and then at Ipswich on Sunday, and then 3 days later again tonight. Has that played a part in perhaps some of those errors and performance that you've alluded to tonight?
It can be very difficult, we will never know, but that's certainly the standards that are required in the Premier League to dominate many aspects of the game that we should have done better today, weren't there. And then, yeah, the game is always in the air for the opposition to hurt you if they have the quality to deliver, and especially on the goal that they scored the second one, they found that.
It's always difficult to find perfection, but there was a sense perhaps around the stadium tonight amongst fans and maybe sometimes the players that minds might be elsewhere. And would that be forgivable looking at what lies ahead for you?
No, because we require the consistency in the competitions that we play to be at our best, and sometimes the opposition, and today I think they were very organized and they deserve the credit, but as well we have to be critical with ourselves and look what we have to do much better.
I think it's fair to say that both William Saliba and David Raya have been brilliant at times for you this year, but did you get punished for errors, and are those the type of errors you have to rule out at the highest level?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's going to cost you points that we don't have, but they're a part of football, and it's damaging, but I think that's part, and I think we have to accept when we play that those errors can happen.
It's a huge week that lies ahead. You have 6 days now. How do you go about that preparation and managing the expectation that is in this part of North London?
With massive enthusiasm, because we play the most important game of the season in 6 days, and we need to recover, get the energy back, and full focus on that game.
Just finally, has everyone come out all right? And the likes of Jorginho and even Kai Havertz have been mentioned as being potentially back involved. Have you any news or update on anything?
I haven't spoken to the medical staff, so no news.
Well done. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, just an interesting mindset between the two teams, really. Arsenal obviously disappointed, a bit dejected. Crystal Palace can really take some positives from this heading into Wembley on Saturday. Now, Arsenal do have longer to regroup, and how do they do that, Robbie?
Well, what I liked from the manager, and also actually from the players, is they weren't taking the easy excuse. The easy excuse was our minds on the Champions League and all that. I like that the manager wants to control games, wants performances, regardless of whether they win, lose or draw. And it's about the bigger picture, and I'll go back to that again. If Arsenal want to be top of the table, not sitting second as they have in the last 3 seasons, today's like today are days when you've got to concentrate on the job in hand, and you've got to do that 38 times in a season if you're going to win a Premier League, and Arsenal haven't put that body of work together yet, so that'll disappoint him. That on a given day, we saw them brilliant in Madrid on a given day when everybody was questioning. Today, in the game before big Champions League, they didn't really turn up.
No, they didn't really, and they have, to your point, admitted that, and they do have time to change things. How frustrated would you be as a member of Arsenal's camp right now?
Well, very, and Rob, it feels like I'm sensing hurt now from them. They've always kind of come out and been kind of tough and resilient and said it's inevitable now. It's a foregone conclusion. They won't win the title, and I sense that hurts them, and that's fair. And sometimes, as you said, building up to becoming a champion, you have to go through these tough moments. Look, I think Trossard gave us some really good insight from a technical standpoint into what quality looks like. He said this team lacked quality, and I think most people on the outside are like, well, what does that mean? And his point was, first touch wasn't great. Passing, and Rob knows this better than anyone as a midfielder. Passing to the right side or the left side of a player means everything. Pass to my right foot or my left foot, not just pass it to me. And it's in those moments that the best teams, the best players, that's how they measure themselves. And so today wasn't a good day for them, but as you rightfully said, Rob, when you want to be champion, that has to, as good as Arsenal are, and they're probably great, that has to happen more often.
One thing I would say, I guarantee you, next week on Tuesday against PSG, it'll be different. There'll be a different attitude about the players because the game will demand that. There'll be a different attitude at the Emirates because the fans will bring that, and they will turn up. So today is a bad day and an off day, but I don't think it necessarily means that they go into that game feeling particularly bad. They've got 6 days of work now. They get on the training ground, they get all the players together, and they get set for the biggest game of the season.
I actually think they'll look forward to that. Not to say they always have a job to do, but they know the league's gone. So today was something where they had to get through. Champions League is something I think they'll really be looking forward to.
You could arguably understand, perhaps, today. Meanwhile, Crystal Palace buoyed, probably, by the result themselves. So it was a 2-2 draw tonight at the Emirates. It was a stumble for Arsenal, but not enough for Liverpool to win the title today. So we will see you this weekend when Liverpool might be confirmed champions in front of their home fans at Anfield on Sunday. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on Saturday.